what's up guys, the Insane Game Freak here to bring you another societal discussion. Yes, we're back at it again. And this one is on something I feel like I should have made a video on like a while ago. If for some ever reason I never either did or I got distracted. I don't know what happened because, perfectly honest, this in my opinion should have been like one of the first things I fucking addressed. And that is the concept of why the fuck we obsess with negativity. And this kind of delves into a lot of things in society. So to explain what I mean by that is, why are we as people only obsessed with things that do other people harm? Like we're not as attracted to things that happen that are good or helpful to humanity. I'm not saying, and let me explain what I mean by that. I don't mean that we don't pay attention to good things that happen. I'm saying is we focus more on the bad shit that happens. What I mean by this is, when I decided, I did some really casual research, so, you know, correct me if I'm wrong here, but from what I understand, America's been doing relatively better in the past few years in certain areas, particularly when it comes to violence and death rates and shit. Like, from what I understand, we're doing better. And things have been improving, you know, slowly, but they've been improving. So we have this, like, lack of deaths or just lack of violence or gun violence, whatever, going on in the world. And yet, for some dumbass reason, we always still focus, whether we're on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Vine, whatever well, not Vine. Vine is more like a comedy area. YouTube, you know, no matter where you're looking, you're gonna see some shit going wrong. Like I mean, at this point, it's become kind of fucked up to the point that we can come on Facebook and find videos of people being murdered in foreign countries. But it's weird because, at least in the terms of the United States, we've been getting better. But I think a lot of people have brought this up before. I think the main reason why the negative shit is pushed more than it really should be, and the reason why we don't feel like it's getting better, we feel like it's getting worse, is because the internet. And what I mean by that is that we have more of an ability to see all the negative shit that was happening. See, when we were little and we had fucking dial-up, before Facebook and MySpace and shit, and even MySpace really didn't do it that much, we didn't have places where we could just easily find all the most fucked up things that were happening in the world. Usually, if we heard about some shit, we heard about some shit on the news, or some friends had some shit happen to them. Had to be word of mouth. Now it's like I log into Facebook and I can watch 4 women get murdered in Africa. You know, like, I mean, and that's the thing. It's not like things are inherently getting worse. It's just more so we're seeing all of it now. So it feels like it's worse even though it isn't. And even taking out the whole why are we so focused on it, and like when it comes to the nation, but just in general shit. Take YouTube for example. People, and especially in the community, specifically in part of the gaming and the anime community, what do we usually call the community when no one is arguing with anyone and it's just everyone's doing their own thing? You know, you're doing your chapter reviews, you're doing your anime reviews, you're doing some first impressions, you're doing maybe a giveaway, you know, all this simple shit. What do people have the tendency to call the community? And you've heard people call the community during these situations. Boring. That's the other problem. As human beings, we look at negativity as a form of entertainment now, which is why people get off on trolling and fucking with you. That's why I always thought the concept of haters was weird, because I realized it wasn't them hating on you because of what you did specifically. It's just because they're bored and they have nothing else to do, and the funnest thing to do for them at that particular time and moment is to fuck with you, because they'll get a reaction that makes them laugh or enjoy themselves. Even if they're arguing with you, they enjoy the arguments and the back and forth dialogue and shit. And granted, I think this is kind of stemming off the whole concept of debates, because people like to debate, people like to, you know, swap ideas and share viewpoints on things. But the argument takes it a step further, where people start getting visibly angry about things, and I think some of us in our sadistic minds like seeing people get angry. I mean, that would explain why we have things like World Star Hip Hop, where people like to go, "Oh man, this is a damn shame. Look what they're doing to these children. Look what this adult did. Look what these 2 guys are doing. Look what these black people are doing, white people, you know, anybody." shit happens and we shake our head, say that's fucked up, we don't want to be a part of that, and then another video will get linked in our feed on Facebook or Twitter and we're right back on the goddamn same site. It's like, as much as we want to be like, I don't want to feed into the negativity, I want to just be a good person and do what I need to do, you are either probably not that popular, especially on YouTube. I tell you that for a fact. If you do not deal in the drama, you are not popular, alright? Now granted, that's not always the case, but I'm trying to make a point here. Negativity has become a selling point. That's kind of one of the selling points of reality TV shows. People don't watch reality TV shows because of love. Because they want to see these people find love. No, you watch reality TV shows because you know, with like that many people and that many different types of personalities in one place, and they're all fighting for the same thing, meaning it's already a competition, shit's gonna go down. And that's the first thing you fucking look for, is this shit to go down. I mean, even when we're watching anime, it's like, we don't want to just watch happy fun time anime. That's why a lot of these lighter hearted shows, which are usually kid oriented by the way, we don't really give that much of a fuck about. But then it's like, oh man, you take it, but you throw some drama in that bitch, please. Everything is addictive. Everything. And shoujos do this shit all the time. It's like, oh, girl A likes boy A, but boy B has a crush on girl B. Boy A has a crush on girl B, and girl B hates girl A. And then it's like, oh, we can't wait until the shit goes down. And that's the weird thing I find ridiculous, is that, and what kills you is that you're told all the time to be positive and not to look at things in a negative light and to stop being so pessimistic. The same people who tell you to stop being pessimistic are the same people sharing fucked up videos on Facebook and Twitter. And I'm like, well, what the fuck are you? It's like, apparently you don't want me to not be negative because you're fucking continuing the cycle. It's not even like things are bad as they seem to be. It's just that you keep throwing it in my face and then acting like, yeah, you need to be positive. Why are you so negative? And that's what I find funny, because people get so mad when you're so pessimistic and like negative about shit all the time. It's like, I don't expect things from human beings. Like, I've actually said this, and people know I'm a pessimistic guy sometimes. I will say fucked up shit like that all the time. I used to say it a lot more often than I do now. Where I used to talk about how, oh man, people are piles of shit. All we do is fuck each other over, and we have no goddamn remorse about it. People are like, why are you so negative? You should have more faith in people. And then you showed me a video of a boy getting beaten. What was it? It was the fucking video in which the dude's dad owed another guy some money, so the guy took the dad's son, like found the dad's son walking around and stripped him naked, and I think, what was it, like, beat him? I think either beat him or just embarrassed the shit out of him in the middle of the goddamn, in the middle of outside, and you were like, and I'm sitting there like, okay, so you want me to maintain a positive attitude, but you want me to also acknowledge that you were perpetuating the negativity that you don't like so much. That's what I always find funny. People don't want you... And this is what I realize. This is how I realize people are selfish when they say that shit. When they say they don't want to deal with negativity, they mean they don't want negativity about them to be perpetuated. They have no problem taking the problems of other people and perpetuating them on any fucking site or any place they choose, whether they're talking to their friends or on their own fucking Facebook or Twitter and shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, do you not realize that you're part of the problem when you share fucking videos of, and you know what kills me? And this is not a stab at religion, but I notice this a lot. And this, you may not want to consider them real Christians, and that's perfectly fine. But I notice a lot of Christian women like to talk about the whole... And this is just... I live in the South. This is what I dealt with when I was little. A lot of black women telling me about how you should believe in Jesus and all this other dumb shit. And then I'll get on Facebook and I have like aunts and uncles and just other people, other older women in my life that I knew share videos of world star hip hop shit. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's that same concept of, having crazy drunk naked sex on Saturday and then going to church on Sunday and then talking down to people on Monday about how they didn't go to church on Sunday. I had that Monday part. I don't know if you liked it. If you did, thumbs up. I don't understand. And that's what aggravates me. It's like we live in a society where they're like, do not promote negativity. And yet people choose to promote negativity every chance they get. And then what makes it worse is that and that's why you have these fucking channels on YouTube that are dedicated to fucking with people. Because we like seeing people get fucked with. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm any better than anyone else. I've had moments where I will see, I'm not going to say moments, I've had, shit happens to me all the time. I'll see something really fucked up happen. What happened, I was at work, and they were talking about, I forget what it was, they were talking about, my friend was talking about an experience he had with a woman with a Jamaican accent. And she goes, and he went, it's like, oh, and the girl I was talking to, she had like a Jamaican accent, but when I asked her if she's from Jamaica, she said, no, she's from America. And he goes, well, what's up with the accent? She's like, oh, she had a stroke. And my first reaction was to bust out laughing, because I thought the shit was funny as hell to me, that you can have a stroke. And started speaking with a Jamaican accent. Hey, that's the type of people, I'm not going to say, as I said, I don't put myself on any higher level than anyone else. We are all fucked up in this nature. But to me, you need to do one or two things if you're going to fucking keep throwing out that statement of, we need to be more positive, we need to not promote negativity, and then you fucking go back and you contradict yourself. As I said, humans, we are full of contradictions. But I thought the whole part of aiming towards this bullshit idea of perfection was to, I don't know, actually make some level of progress, you know, not fucking I hate it, especially because it always happens within like the consequence of a day. Like usually when a person tells you that, they probably have already contradicted themselves either that day or they will in the next 24 hours. I don't understand that shit. I don't understand that at all. And then people be like, oh, I'm sharing it because of awareness. I'm like, yes, so you're going to share the negativity that you so-called can't stand. And then you realize how self-centered their negativity really is. And in society, we keep saying how negativity is wrong. And people are like, we need to bring awareness to it. Like, listen, you can bring awareness to it and show it in full detail. But you don't have to keep fucking showing it. That's the difference. It's like, once you get the idea, you don't need to keep saying it. And then you realize, oh, it's not, because that's not the fucking point. That was a cover. That was a cover so they can just get off of their sick ass twisted things. I don't usually share that kind of shit anyway. I mean, I've shared fucked up pictures, and not even fucked up on like that disturbing third world type of shit. I usually share like troll kind of pictures, that kind of shit. But to me, and that's one of the reasons why I don't fuck with that trolling shit anymore. Because I'm just like, after a certain point, it's like, you realize the entertainment you're enjoying is at the cost of someone else. And yeah, maybe they're being stupid and they fucked up in their life. I'm like, I don't need to punish this dude anymore, that he'll get punished just through life. Alright? I just feel like if we're gonna have this dark obsession with negativity and then keep clamoring about how, and we keep fucking telling our kids to stay positive. We keep telling, like, listen, what we really need to start saying is, listen, you can embrace negativity to an extent. You understand that as a part of life. And don't treat it like it's a red-headed stepchild, but at the same time, don't turn it into a fucking joke. Don't sit there. That's why people are so desensitized of, like, shit that, put it this way, if you saw a 5-year-old watch a murder, like a real murder happen in front of them, and they didn't bat an eye, that's disturbing to me, because a child should, and I mean this in the sense of where the child understands what just happened in front of them, not one of those, you know, the child's in shock, that's why you're not getting a reaction. No, I mean the child is fully aware of what has happened. By the way, if a child's fully aware of murder at that age, there's something wrong with that too. But that's the point I'm trying to make. I don't want to, you know, when you become desensitized of something, you tend not to take it as seriously as you should. That's why bullying isn't taken as seriously as it should. That's why murder and rape. I mean, remember the societal discussion I did on rape? That's why rape is only taken seriously when it applies to women being raped. It doesn't, when it's a guy being raped, no one takes that shit seriously, because people think guys having sex that's all we want to do. Some people don't believe guys never not want sex. Like, apparently, never not. That's a double negative. People believe that guys never want sex. Never want sex? I guess people believe that guys always want sex. I have completely fucked up on English right there. Excuse that level of stupidity for now. The point I'm trying to make is that there are certain things I don't ever want to become desensitized to. Why? Because that means I've lost the ability to take it seriously. And murder is one of those things I never want to be that desensitized. I feel like I should be desensitized enough to deal with it, but not fucking enough to where I can watch 16 people get murdered in front of me and just shrug that shit off. That's the one thing I always hate, is that people are trying to become these invulnerable machines. I'm like, you're human. You're supposed to have fucking emotions. But I don't want to go off into 16 different tangents, but that's just my whole thing with negativity. It's shit. It bugs me. It bugs me how people are such hypocrites, and they're so blatant with it. And I feel like people don't realize this shit. It's so goddamn obvious. It's like, don't talk to me about being positive and then ask for support and shit and try to be this nice person when you're in trouble. But as soon as some shit is happening to somebody else, the first thing you choose to do is, oh, I guess we gotta make a fucking joke about it. And it happens a lot in these fucking YouTube communities all the goddamn time. If it's boring when things are fine. That mindset bothers me in itself. If things are fine, then you're bored. I'm like, so in order for you to be content and happy, you rather shit go on. It's like you haven't matured enough to realize that shit isn't entertaining all the fucking time. Shit, well, I mean, as I said, we all have a sadistic personality to an extent, so I guess you're going to find it entertaining some of the time. Anyways, rambling now. This has been the Insane Game Freak. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Life's a game. Play to win. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Yo guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked the video and you want to see more of me, click the box here and you'll be able to be taken to another video of mine. I'm not telling you which one, because that ruins the surprise. Also, if you want to check out my Facebook and Twitter, links are in the description. If you want to support me with your monies, Patreon down there too. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.